Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another What If video. In today's video, I'll be unpacking the topic of what if an employee is dismissed for refusing to be vaccinated. As you may have read recently, the CCMA delivered a much anticipated award on the fairness of a dismissal following an employee's refusal to receive the COVID-19 vaccination. The employer in this case adopted a mandatory vaccination policy in compliance with the consolidated directions on occupational health and safety measures in certain workplaces, also known as the directions. Now, in terms of the employer's policy, the employee or the applicant in question was required to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. The employee was also, in terms of the policy, entitled to apply for exemption from the policy, which she did. The employee cited constitutional grounds, specifically her right to bodily integrity, as her reason for refusing the COVID-19 vaccine. The employee stated that she was concerned about the side effects of vaccination, and she also argued that the vaccine did not prevent persons from contracting or spreading the virus. The employee stated that she respected the decision of others to be vaccinated and therefore expected the same in return. Now, the company's exemption committee considered and declined the employee's application for an exemption. The employee was called to a hearing, and the presiding officer concluded that the employee was permanently incapacitated based on her decision to not getting vaccinated and, by implication, her refusal to participate in the creation of a safe working environment. The chairperson concluded or found that the incapacity was permanent, and the reason being is because the employee had indicated that she had no intention of being vaccinated. Now, as a consequence, she was dismissed. The employee then approached the CCMA, where she requested it to order her employer either to reinstate her or to fully compensate her for the dismissal. At the CCMA, the Commission also found that the employee was permanently incapacitated on the basis of her decision not to be vaccinated, and thereby refusing to participate in the creation of a safe working environment. The Commissioner found the dismissal of the employee to be fair. Now, the Commissioner appears to have been swayed by the company's argument that the employee was a high-risk individual who interacts with colleagues daily whilst on duty and in confined, uncontrollable spaces. The Commissioner relied heavily, or so it seems, on the views expressed by the Deputy Judge President of the Gauteng Division of the High Court, who stated in a memo to his colleagues towards the end of last year the following. In terms of the vaccine, he stated that the proper question is whether or not an individual is sufficiently civic-minded to appreciate that a duty of care is owed to colleagues and others with whom contact is made to safeguard them from harm. If one wishes to be an active member of a community, then the undeniable legitimate interest of the community must surely trump the preferences of the individual. It is not clear, ladies and gentlemen, whether the Commission, in coming to his decision, gave sufficient consideration to whether the employer's decision to adopt the mandatory policy was supported by credible evidence. However, the Commissioner nevertheless accepted the employer's decision to implement a mandatory policy and found that it had complied with the directions when implementing its vaccination policy. Now, while a CCMA award like this should not be read as an indication of how courts may resolve constitutional challenges to the validity of specific vaccine mandates in future, the CCMA decision should worry unvaccinated employees who might have been made to believe that they could never lawfully be dismissed for refusing to get vaccinated. It is unlikely that this case is the final pronouncement or decision on the issue. A number of cases, as we have heard, are pending at the CCMA as well as different courts, and these cases will hopefully shed more light on the issue. We will obviously update you as soon as this happens. As I've mentioned, this case may give us a sense of how the CCMA is likely to approach similar cases in the future, but it should not be construed as giving an employer the free rein to dismiss employees who refuse to be vaccinated. There are obviously many factors to take into account, and the situation could vary widely from case to case. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this video. Should you require any assistance with a mandatory vaccination policy or dealing with employees who refuse to get vaccinated, please do not hesitate to contact us. Until next time, bye-bye.